Today, we have the surprise formation in FIFA 23. Beautiful, beautiful people. What's happening? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. No spoilers, but we're not talking 4-4-2. Just wait for it. Also, the weekend league is arriving. I want to see your squads, your formations, your tactics. Use the comment section, please. And thank you. We're compare and contrast. Goalkeeper! I don't know that I'm sold, but we're going with Mendy. Big body, 6'6", plenty of stats in the right places, but goalkeeper subject. Will always be this way. Center backs, maybe familiar faces. I need that Koundé in my life. Good value, side to side. This man has that spin cycle down pat. Good luck getting past his job. Familiar face, you've seen the Brazilian. I haven't given up on the hope, the dream, the ambition. I will say this as a disclaimer. Some of my choices defensively for the formation I'm going to showcase, there might be some question marks. I don't think it's picture perfect personnel. Fullbacks, made a old school Jordi Alba signing. If you've been playing FIFA for many years, I feel as if he's been a decade of usage throughout Ultimate Team. Though, it has to be said, his pace is slightly been reduced. He's slowing down a tad bit. On 84, right side, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and this is where I'm feeling oh so risky, because in my hearts of hearts, my FIFA know-how, his best position gotta be as a center midfielder, and that's not what we're gonna see on display today. You might be able to guess where I'm going. Center mids, I packed myself a Paul Pogba. This seems like the right time to bring him into the squad, the starting 11. Again, not really sure I'm sold on Pogba this year. Lower stamina, lower pace, the dribbling with the agility and the balance has some question marks, lower reactions. Even his defending, not spectacular. It's not out of the ordinary, but he has a lot of traits, has versatility for positional awareness, and has 5-star skill moves, plus 6'3". Hello again. Pedri, my other center mid. Pedri this year, high-key impressed. Comes down to that dribbling statistic. His movement, undeniable. The turning for a game that doesn't have a lot of left stick at the moment, it's remarkable. Out wide, we'll go to the right side. Does it rhyme a little bit? Lozano, come on. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Across the pond, Rashford, who has been an overpowered player. That is not something I would discredit whatsoever. Gives you burst of pace, good body type, and I'm finishing. We're talking about it. We're reacting. Up top, Roberto Firmino. I want to try him in a higher division as we go again into this weekend league, but I enjoyed using him last time. I know he's not the paciest, but again, that high dribbling stat line and the 5-star skills allows for some expression, some creativity, some skill move flexibility. And then the key signing, the player I'm most looking forward to seeing in action firsthand, no other than Cristiano Ronaldo. That is not alone. High-low work rates, 5-star skills, 6'2", eyes I don't think are blue, and some of the stats obviously have been reduced, but that doesn't mean he still won't be able to perform in this year's installment. I think we're all waiting for some sort of promo or an upgrade. He's gonna have to start playing better on the actual pitch, in theory, but I just have a feeling that Ronaldo is gonna get jiggy with it. He's gonna get busy. He's still going to be phenomenal. That's the squad in the 4-4-2. Now let me show you what it's going to look like in-game. Ignore the chemistry. Hold your phone. We're going with the 3-5-2. Premium quality. I've seen a more and more usage rate picking up some traction. And the big risk that I'm taking is defensively. I don't believe that this trifecta between Koundé, the man with 4 names, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best pairing. Again, with the disclaimer, I'm not sure that I'm a believer in these 3 center backs or fullback in this case with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm not necessarily saying that this is going to be meta with this selection, but I wanted to put it into motion, so that's what we're doing. We've also got Jordi Alba floating a wing, which might be ambitious. Offensively does lack some characteristics, but outside of that, I do have a certain expectation. Also, you might be asking, where are the tactics? That video is linked down below. Ovi, the tactician, has already put that into motion with the ocean. He's got the potion. Mixology 101. And if you have not slapped a like on the video, you hear me talking, my voice sounds damaged, hook that bad boy up. Let's discuss pros and cons. Gameplay on screen, and it smells so sweet. We're gonna get into the pros, and it starts with having triangle options, of course, up front, but then having the wings where you can overlap. You can give some sense of relief. You can lay it off. You have some more safety netting once you've gotten into your opponent's defensive half. The crowding or even the counter pressure in the 3-5-2 can be so overwhelming. If you lose the ball, you are able to instantaneously press, and you're going to cause so many issues, ruckus, organized havoc, problems for your opposition. There is a skill set here. There's risk associated. I don't want to make it sound as if we're going gardening and the weather is always nice outside. Two comparisons didn't necessarily have to go together. But the point I'm making is there's risk for reward. Quick passing options, and as someone who can appreciate the tiki-taka, the extracurricular, this formation going forward allows you to have so many different interchangeable options, from holding midfielders or center mids, going into the attacking mid, to striker through balls, to wings, to crossing, to being able to facilitate in so many different areas on the virtual pitch, and gives you this offensive characteristic, this awareness, this confidence. And generally speaking, I also can appreciate the spacing in the 3-5-2, specifically on the offensive end. That seems to be a reoccurring theme, but I'm into this formation going forward. I like having options. I like having variety. I like to have different formats to how I want to build up and generate attacks. As for the cons, 3 defenders, pretty straightforward. Elephant in the room, we can all see that. And I also find the 3-5-2 to sometimes feel limited with the outlet. For example, you overtake possession. Now you've got to get the ball out of your defensive half. Some of those lobs, some of the wing initiatives or the wing passes, they're not always free. And I find myself in a position where if I hesitate, I know that I could lose the ball, I could lose possession, and it puts me in a bit of an uncomfortable situation. Squad review. What went down? What happened? What was the good, the bad, the ugly? First off, as I hinted, this back three, I didn't love it. Koundé feels like a natural as one of these outside center backs. I don't think this man was good enough to hold down the fort as your centerpiece. And then Alexander-Arnold, and I knew this before I got started, needs to be a center mid. Not good enough as a fullback, definitely not good enough as a center back. I was losing way too many 50-50s. In the midfield, I liked Pedri, and Pogba really was inactive. I didn't feel as if I got any upgrades, didn't feel like a phenom or a star player. It makes me sad because I want Pogba to be, I guess, better than what he is in FIFA 23. I don't think that's too big of an ask or too big of a request. As you already knew, Jordi Alba limited some of my offensive creativity, but he did chase back well. So there's a pro and a con to him in general. And then going forward, I thought both Rashford and Cristiano were pretty special. I like that tag team partnership. A little more limited with Firmino. I'd probably get better performance long term if he was maybe playing as that center mid or holding mid next to a more classical CDM. That's the video. Let me know your squads. What's happening for the weekend league? As a quick recap, pros: triangle wings. We have the crowding, the overpowering, the quick passing options, through balls, spacing, and then the cons, the 3 defenders, and then also some of the outlets. They weren't always open, they weren't always available. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to turn on some notifications, subscribe. It is free to do so. My newest or previous video is up here somewhere. Click that bad boy, and I have a lot more coming out ASAP.